Virus. All right, we're going down, not up. I guess we should, I don't know if I sound very low in there or not. There, can I hear myself? I think that's what's low. There we go.
Go ahead and start talking again.
Ooh, that's loud now. Loud in my ears.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. Hey, we're live. What's up, everybody?
Hey, we're live.
There we go. I'm going to work on adjusting a little bit here. Keep on talking for me.
All right. Hi, guys. Welcome in to our makeshift new in-office studio.
Yeah.
You like our brand new black brick wall behind me?
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. It was it's improv night here in the office.
Hey, and look what I did.
Oh, there you go.
I got my APA.
Got your APA mug
coffee
there.
cup for our chat here.
That's
But
too good.
anyways, hey everybody, thank you for popping in. We've been trying to get this to you somewhat soon, recently, and we're glad that we are finally here and having a conversation, just trying to tell you what's coming up in APA, what to expect, how to register for different things that you see on our calendar, new things that are starting, all kinds of good stuff. So if you have streaming from the back alley, that's right, back alley corner of our office.
It's so true, though.
But anyways, so if you haven't already, we did a recorded live stream yesterday. We had intended to do this little chit chat then, ended up at 9-Ball North and pre-recorded a video for you, just chatting with James Lowe about the things going on there in APA and what they're doing. And so check that out if you haven't already. It's shared to our Facebook page. It's on our YouTube channel.
Yes, absolutely. It was a great time actually getting to talk with James. You guys are cracking me up over here. We're trying to be serious, guys. But no, it was a great time. Oh, I love it. I love it. Of course, the two people of all people coming here to say something like that too is Logan and Justin as well. Shenanigans.
I think Logan Lane and Michael Moore might be more likely to run through the wall, though.
I feel like this is the old cartoon days where like out of nowhere they build the tunnel, whatever, and the guy just runs slap into it, and the next thing you know, a train comes through it out of nowhere.
So we're super off base, but yes, all right, we're back to our brick wall.
Oh, there we go.
Hi guys, hi, thanks for coming in.
Appreciate you guys.
Hello. All right, so quick little recap. Go watch that video from yesterday because you'll see the room, you'll hear about things coming up there. The quick point recap of what's coming up there. Wednesday, Double Jeopardy has already started at that location. You're going to see Friday coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
Not this Friday, but next, which I think we determined is the 24th.
Yeah, I believe so, yep.
There will be an APA-hosted in-house 9-ball tournament on Fridays so that in preparation for Friday Night 9-balls kicking off.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Last but not least, related to the video from yesterday, and then we're going to move on to new stuff, is the Jack and Jill Valentine's tournament. So if you have not already registered, those spots, I'm like looking over here. I'm finally figuring out we're there.
the camera's right there, yeah.
So, why is it over there? I put it there, I guess. Anyways, Jack and Jill Valentine's Day tournament. Holy cow.
Woo.
Wow.
25
are already signed up for that tournament. So,
There's
Tim,
only
I saw
there's
your
only
name's on the list.
Yeah, they needless to say, somebody is working on a couple people for callback, and they were like, can I put you for a time being? I said, put me for a time being, that's fine. I was like, and if they fall through, like, I'll see what I can do to help out just in case, because they really want to participate. So I was like, I ain't going to leave nobody hanging just in case.
I don't know. We're signed up too.
Yeah.
And I think we plan to give our spot if it gets really full, but we also kind of like the idea of playing.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's going to be a fun event. Like, normally, with Jack and Jill, we're always doing a Vegas qualifier, so it's intense and super, super important and everything. And this one finally gets to be like a little relaxation for a moment. So it's good.
Yes. So if you haven't signed up yet, there are 7 spots left on the registration online. So make sure you go to our website and you get signed up so that you can come play in that fun Valentine's Day Jack and Jill Max 12 Scotch doubles.
Yep. 8 ball, max 12 with 8 ball. Yeah.
8 ball. So I did emphasize the Max 12 because that is different from the Vegas qualifiers, and this is kind of where we stopped yesterday. So here's where we're jumping into some new stuff here. If you've gone to our website, which let's go ahead and put that up.
Yeah.
But if you have gone to our website, then you've seen we have started to populate all the fun stuff coming up. And these Vegas qualifiers. And you will see 2 Vegas qualifiers in March. Tim is pulling up the website for us right now, and he's going to screen share that. So we've got 2 Vegas qualifiers coming up in March on the calendar. Go ahead and on the right-hand side there, scroll on that calendar. Yep, so we've got the 9-ball doubles Vegas qualifier February 22nd. Sorry, that's why I didn't speak too long on it. I was like, I'm going to mess this up. I need it in front of me. Not March, February. February 22nd is the 9-ball doubles Vegas qualifier. February 23rd, the Sunday, that same weekend, is the 8-ball Jack and Jill Vegas qualifier. So
back to
2
back.
chances to win that weekend and get to Vegas. So the long story here is practice. Right? That's what the Valentine's Day one is.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually a really great use of it, to be honest with you. If you are planning on joining those, there's not a reason why you can't go and get some good end time with your partner.
And there are a lot of the Valentine's Day teams that are doing exactly that.
That's smart. That's super smart. That's a good idea.
So if you are practicing, just keep that in mind, that skill level 10 for those Vegas qualifiers. Also, as we are going through this live stream today, if you want to chime in with your questions, we'll do our best to address them here while we're chatting. If we don't, then maybe it's intentional that we ignored you, maybe it's not, but we will definitely circle back to answer your question in the text. If we ignore you, it might just be that we're not quite ready to tell you that yet, or still working, because we're kind of giving you a sneak peek on a lot of the things that we've been working on in the office that are about to start rolling out pretty fast. But before we get too far in there, I want to look at those other tabs that are there and say congratulations.
Yeah, a little flashback here.
This past weekend, the Unhinged, they
this
won
was
themselves a trip to Montreal.
Yes, they did, and to say the least, I mean, it was a hard fought match. It was really good, really fun to see on the live stream. By the way, you guys can go back and rewatch that always on Jacksonville APA's Facebook and Jacksonville APA's YouTube as well. But that was a really interesting one. We had at one point in time where both skill level 7s and both were playing skill level 4s. It was actually really, really cool.
Okay, so congratulations to them. They're going to Montreal. Also open in those tabs there. Want to give a big shout out. So it's only January 14th. But we've had quite a number of qualifiers already this year. And Masters champs, congratulations. The Monstars are heading to Vegas. And out of that, we also have a second place team. Congratulations, Mako Monsters. They're going to Montreal as well. We've got another Montreal team up there. I think 2 tabs over, maybe.
2 tabs,
no,
yep.
Keep going. I wanted to hit Montreal first. So this team is also headed to Montreal. Madams of Mayhem. So the Masters and the ladies runner-up got a Montreal ticket. So excited for them to get to go play in that. We mentioned the Monstars. They're headed to Vegas. We've got 2 other teams also Vegas bound. There's Monstars. They're Vegas bound. The next one. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that was a Padawan.
Watch this. Yeah. Yep, that's the Padawan champions. They're headed for a Vegas experience. And then the ladies champs, the Golden Girls, they are also going to Las Vegas. So congratulations to all of you guys. It's been a really exciting, fun 2 weekends of 2025 so far.
It definitely has. It's been really, really good. Again, a lot of competition, a lot of fierce battles, to say the least. And definitely it's been an enjoyment, to say the least, to be behind the mic and getting to watch these live as well.
All right. So just wanted to give a shout out to them. Also saying congratulations because we want to let you know that the Masters and the ladies sessions are going to start in February. And actually, hang on. Watch this. Hang on, Tim.
Oh.
Hang out with them.
Oh, well, hey, guys. This is the voice of Jacksonville Pool Show now. She's double-checking something on the calendar. I will say there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that you guys aren't aware of and don't always get to see. But you should have seen the amount of work, preparation, and dedication that was put into the calendar that you guys don't see on the wall over there. But that thing is jam-packed, to say the least. Jam-packed. It's actually really, really cool.
It's about 10 square feet of calendar. It might even be more than that on the wall. And 26 is about to go up. So you're going to see our calendar continue to populate. We threw up the things that we knew were most important, most pressing right this minute that you wanted to hear about. And you're going to see more and more and more things coming on the calendar for all the way through the 2026 World Qualifiers. So, and actually,
I can't believe it. We're
2026
talking about it.
Elite Cup, because that's the finish of the league here. But anyways, I digress. I walked over to the calendar to give you an accurate start date for the new Masters and Ladies session. That is going to be on February 1st.
Let's go. Come on now.
That is the very first Saturday of the month. You will see more information coming out about that. Realistically, probably early next week is when that information is going to come out. We're talking about maybe how to make sure that all of the host locations in town are able to host these different divisions, how players can play where they want to play more frequently, how teams, so we can create some more community and camaraderie. So we're thinking about some changes is what I'm saying, but it's going to be just your same Masters and Ladies format that you've always enjoyed. We're just talking about changes to scheduling. So
we still got Jedi, we still got Padawan, and we still got Ladies.
Yes.
Perfect. All three of them.
All starting in February. So start thinking about your teams, putting those together. You'll see the call come out for registration.
I love this.
Those are monthly divisions. The full schedule with all the dates will be released with that. And it's not always first Saturday of the month. It's about half and half now between all the different events we're trying to work around.
Gotcha.
First or second Saturday of the month.
That makes complete sense because that calendar over there, that is tough pickings to have to to get that in there every single time.
Yep. So if you're thinking about those formats and you want to play, look for that announcement coming soon.
Yeah, get some teams formed, guys. You really don't want to miss out on those formats. One of the very interesting ways to earn yourself a way to Vegas, and on top of it is a great way to really increase your knowledge and your game set. I've heard a lot of people talk about some of the Logan Lanes and Justin Lamonts and stuff like that in the community here, and be like, wait, I get a chance to play them. Yeah, you do get a chance to play them on a frequent basis, and it'd be a great way to really gain some good knowledge and really, again, elevate yourself to that next level.
Yes, absolutely. The Masters is the way to go. Padawan Masters, if you've never played in Masters before, is a great intro.
Yes.
Logan, we see your question there about the playoff date for the weekly Masters, and I believe Mike is about to comment with that information and show you where it's available to. I just don't know it off the top of my head, so but that answer's coming your way. Couple administrative things before we go back to talking about more calendar good stuff. We're not wanting to make this a substitute for a captain's meeting or a player meeting or anything like that. But we just have 3 kind of administrative things to note. One, if your friends disappeared this week off of your roster, then you you're wondering what happened to your buddy.
Thanos didn't come into Jacksonville APA, we promise.
They must not have had a 2025 paid membership. So once week 4 is done, we are required to drop unpaid players from rosters.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean you can't put them back. As long as you're not qualified, you can put them back. There's no problem with that at all. But we cannot put an unpaid player on a roster. So from this point forward, keep that in mind. If you had a friend that got dropped, tell them to pay, text us, we'll put them back on. And same thing if you're adding a new player to your roster. Roster changes are still allowed as long as you are not a qualified team. You can still make roster changes in our league per our bylaws. However, you cannot make it yourself on the Scorekeeper app anymore. So you do need to text us for roster changes. I say that to say we get a lot of texts right at 7:05 when you're trying to put the player up. So please text us earlier than that, and we will gladly get it done for you ahead of league so that you do not need to be texting us and waiting on us to start a match.
Yeah, and she's not even kidding about the text messages. It's like a whole thread just goes off out of nowhere. So
our text messages between 6 and 8 are awfully busy. So if you know something before 6 to 8, please text us earlier, and we'll get it done for you. So anyways, that's the unpaid player. That's the roster changes. If you were a qualified team or if you had a player on your roster who had not paid their membership, but they had played a match,
Okay.
we paid for their membership for them, put the $30 past due amount on the team and left them on the roster. So then we did that for qualified teams because you can't make roster changes after week 4. So if you have a $30 past due on your roster that
Thank you.
You're wondering where it came from, just reach out and we can tell you which membership we paid.
I'll gladly take that over losing the qualification. That's for sure. So we had 2 instances.
Or being down a player.
Yeah, exactly. So the 2 instances, if I'm understanding correctly, is hadn't paid, hadn't played, dropped off roster, had played, still had not paid membership, and then you paid and they have the debt on the account.
Correct.
Perfect. Understood.
So if you're noticing anything weird, that's why.
Easy fixes, guys. Easy fixes.
Hey, thank you to everybody who has adopted the electronic payment system.
Yes. Yes, that is huge.
Helped our office, and we're excited about what that is going to enable us to do and maybe how to reroute resources that were previously allocated to a paper system in our world. So this session, we've been running a hybrid session of you can go the traditional way, cash team fees in envelopes into drop boxes, or you can pay online on the app. We're going to continue the hybrid version of that. This session, I'm going to give the disclaimer, or maybe until we run out of our Jacksonville APA envelopes.
Little asterisk at the bottom.
that deadline is looming, and they make us order 5,000, and I don't want to order 5,000.
Goodness gracious.
But
that's why they had so many boxes. There's not that many boxes left, I promise you.
But so next session, just prep your team, prep your brain, prep your thinking. Next session, we will be 100% electronic, so we won't be living in hybrid land anymore. We'll communicate some more about that, about it's going to affect a handful of different things for us in the way that we function. Not much. I was
going to say, if I may give a good recommendation, I heard from one of the teams already that really simple solve via, and not say I'm promoting one app over the other, but they were using Cash App as the example. I used Venmo as one, but those apps usually have like a debit card number that you can have that you can use to pay stuff online. So literally the team Cash App the one player, and then via their Cash App debit card, they use it to pay the online fees.
And I think the reason that I'm not a Cash App user personally, but I think the reason that they told me they're doing it that way with that particular platform, and maybe there's some others out there as well that do the same thing, is that money is instantly available on that debit card. So there's no waiting period or anything like that.
And because you're not withdrawing it from Cash App, you're not paying any fees. So if I send you $10, you have 10 to put towards my match for the night. So very simple.
We're in the backyard alley basement.
Yeah, the backyard alley. No, we're in the official office is where we are.
So we are, if you have any questions about electronic payment, then just reach out to our office. But if you're looking at that and you're looking at it as a challenge for your team, especially contact us so we can help you troubleshoot it. Because we've heard some different ideas about ways that teams are handling different things. There's lots of other league areas already using the online payment system. And so we would like to hear the feedback and see if there's ways that we can make that process better for you.
100%. And Landon, I for one am ready for tries, brother. I cannot wait to see everybody go down and fight their hardest and earn some cash money that day as well. It's going to be good.
Somebody tell Jessica Steenson we're right here.
I love it here.
James, will Masters be going to electronic scoring? We hope that everything is going to electronic scoring. And eventually, someday, everything will be electronically scored in APA. What that timeline looks like, totally above our pay grade. We are hopeful for and at least knowledgeable enough to know that the most immediate next step in electronic scoring is to fix team tournaments and make it so that we can score triannuals and best of the rest and world qualifier and elite cup and all those different things as team events on the app.
I love it.
Yeah, and again, I don't know when the timing of that is going to happen, but that's next.
Dale, to answer your question here, he was asking about if he can just Cash App each week. Just to be clear, not confuse anybody. Mike and Kelly don't have like a special cash app that you're going to send them like
Yeah.
$ Mike and Kelly. Like that's not a thing. What I mean is in those apps, most of those apps have like a debit card, and you have the normal 16-digit debit card number with the expiration date and the CVC code, all that jazz, in which via the electronic payment here, you would just punch in your normal card information. It's the same concept. It's just a full-on
It's like
wireless
Cash App
way.
Bank.
Yeah.
But bank with no hold, and
Yep.
that's why teams are choosing that. So just an idea. We're not endorsing it.
No, just
We're not
just
saying
an
you
option.
need to use Cash App. This
Nope.
office is not requiring that. Please don't start that rumor.
Yeah. Don't. Again, there's no. If anybody says there's a $ something Mike and Kelly, that's not a true statement.
No.
So
But it's just some clarity there around where we're at with electronic payment. If you haven't already started using it, give it a try. It does.
Please.
If you haven't caught on in this conversation, in case we haven't made that clear, one person pays the whole team fee.
Yep.
So that's why some of these teams are troubleshooting how to make that feasible for their team.
Yeah.
So
Richie on YouTube, this is just a little Q&A because we got a lot going on in 2025 here. So these are no live stream matches for this stream.
all right, we're going to pause on the questions for just a minute. Keep them coming as we go. Keep them coming. We may not mention them right away, but we may circle back to them at
Yes.
certain periods of time, and we will definitely come comment the answer if we don't explain it here on the stream. All right, so one more last administrative thing. I promised 3, right? So the last administrative thing is the quick one too. Our host location partners are awesome. They take care of you guys on league night so well. They take care of all of us on tournaments. They
Yes.
make tables available to us. They really go out of their way to make sure that APA is well taken care of, and we're really appreciative of that. One thing that we have heard and we need to make sure that all of our players understand are the expectations and standards around practice tables and extra tables and all of that. We're super grateful that our host locations offer league play on open tables during league. That does not guarantee any additional tables beyond what is scheduled for that night. So if you have pre-matches or anything like that, there's no obligation for those host locations to provide you a free table for that. So
Correct.
Be prepared to pay table time. In terms of arriving early to league and what to expect, and 6 o'clock is pretty much the standard. Now, you may have a location or two that offers something different, so I don't want to say across the board, but 6 o'clock is pretty standard. So there's been a couple instances lately of some players arriving extra early, wanting to get settled and get some practice in, and we really need you guys to respect the gracious offer that they have made in opening up those tables, and most of them will do it as of 6 o'clock. So just keep that in mind if you're arriving to league outside of the 6 o'clock time frame, that you need to expect to pay for table time.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Shout out to Westside. Westside Division got started last night at Jamie's Pub.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Excellent. Another division.
So that is 2 in the last week.
Yeah.
If you want to play, there's new divisions starting. So Jamie's Pub is, and I think Rascals is going to be part of that.
There we go.
Westside Travel Division. It's going to keep branching out. That is Monday night 8-ball only if you want to play. So. And kudos to Jose Cordero. He was instrumental in getting that division started. So.
Let's go, Jose. Way to go, brother.
All righty. Let's look at the calendar. Do we have a split screen that allows us to not be
Yeah, here. I'll get added in. Keep on
gone
talking to him for a second.
forever? Okay. I want to be able to not feel like you're just staring at an empty mouse screen and actually chat with you. So anyways, we chatted about the upcoming dates on the calendar. There are, in February, that being the Valentine's Jack and Jill 8-ball Scotch doubles, the 9-ball Vegas qualifier, and the Jack and Jill Vegas qualifier. There are a couple more dates before that even that you should already be aware of if it applies to you. Triannual coming up here at the end of January. I want to say it's 25th and 26th. Still working on that, but coming. Captains of triannual qualified teams. You guys will be receiving a text tomorrow with a start time specific to your team, and we need for you to look for that and please reply and confirm that you are going to be there, so that we can make sure that we notify any opponents of teams who are not going to make it. So triannual text going out tomorrow. Tim's still getting us set up here so that we can make both things visible to you. Best of the Rest is also on the calendar. So Best of the Rest, if you're not familiar with our triannual structure, triannual is a double elimination tournament. You come on day one, which we call triannual, and if you lose on day one, then you come back on day two, which is the losers bracket, and that is Best of the Rest. So Best of the Rest is also on the calendar there for February 8th and 9th.
Guys, don't mind. I'm going to do a little extra zoom in here.
They can't mind, because if they mind, I can't run this meeting.
There we go. So let's see here. Where did we leave off on?
We talked about triannual text going out tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
We've already talked about all the February stuff. That jumps us all the way to March. But super, super important things that you need to block off the time for if you're qualified. Singles regionals is that first weekend, March 1st and 2nd.
Yes.
That's one of your favorites, isn't it?
Oh, it is the coolest way, in my opinion, to get to Vegas. Nothing against anything else that I've ever seen, but the thought that what's the most you'll spend on a board? Like $30-$40 on a board, potentially, to then go to regionals, then to go to Vegas. It blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind, to say the least.
I am going to the regionals website, actually, which is just jacksonvilleapa.com.
Oh, you already have it updated.
Regionals. It is
Let's
updated
go.
for spring 2025, but by updated, I mean coming soon.
Okay, with the links,
and coming soon. And but here's a little hint for you. We've been told from the national office we should have this stuff real soon in the next couple weeks.
That's huge.
If you keep checking back here, it'll be here. But of course, if you're qualified to, you'll be getting a text message from us with all this info as well. I brought up this page actually because you were talking about how it's the coolest way to get to Vegas.
Look at all these people.
And I wanted
Look at all those bright and shiny faces.
to draw some attention to all of our local friends who
Oh my gosh,
qualified.
I love Larry being on there, man. That man has worked his butt off to earn a spot in Vegas. Goodness gracious, I love seeing all those people. That's huge. Absolutely huge.
All right. I'm just glancing at some of the questions that have come in, and quickly I'm just seeing some things about triannual. We're going to text the captain of the team. So this is one of the reasons that we really harp on captains especially need to make sure that your contact information is up to date.
Please.
That is actually true for everybody, because you never know when you're going to get a blast text from us. So please make sure your contact information is up to date, and captains will be reaching out. All right, let's go back to the calendar, because the other thing that you will see...
MVP.
And I want to spend a minute to talk about MVP.
Yeah.
While this is loading, because I got to give a thanks and a shout out to our players for the last MVP. Which you were a part of.
Yes. Yes.
And look, it makes me take a deep breath because it was so exhausting.
It was a long day of play.
It was
for
exhausting for you guys. It was exhausting for us. And the MVP officially is a 2-day event now.
Yes.
So 8-ball MVP, if you are qualified, you will be qualified. You will be coming on Saturday. And 9-ball MVP, you will be coming on Sunday. So should alleviate those late night matches we ran into last time. No more of that. Should alleviate any table availability delays. No more of that. So if you are qualified for MVP, then you will be getting your invitation very soon. And keep in mind that 8-ball is on Saturday now, and 9-ball is on Sunday.
100%. And the beautiful thing is, guys, I just want to remind you as well, Mike and Kelly do a awesome job of really taking feedback from you guys as well on this kind of stuff. They see things that happen, see things that need to be changed. And just always know that, like, in this office especially, guys, there is, I can guarantee not a day that doesn't go by that they're not working on something, critiquing something, working towards making it a better system and better everything for us here in Jacksonville APA. So as much as they won't sit there and be like, look at us, look at what we did, I'm going to give them the kudos they deserve, and tell them thank you, by the way, because I do know how much work goes into it. Well, I think I know at least at this point here. I see a little bit of it, so, but yeah, a lot of it goes into it for sure.
I'm not sure. Did you comment that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was telling Dee to message the office directly here. She was saying
You can actually edit your profile on your own. So if you open up your APA Pool League app, click on your initials on the top right, you'll be able to edit your profile, and that updates our system. So if you ever have a change in address, email, phone number, any of that stuff, you can edit it right in there.
I think she was referring to the instead of the captain of the team, that needs to be her instead that gets messaged.
Yes. If you need a captain change, then for sure you have to send us a message. I'm also going to stick in the chat here a link to the page that I've got open because I know you guys just want me to scroll down, and it's there. The fall 2024 qualified list
let's see some names in here.
is here. I know, and
let's go.
You will see the official announcement coming out this afternoon with all these graphics on social media, so that you can, for sure, tag your friends and give the well-deserved congratulations.
Guys. That is a huge list.
So
man.
If you're on this list, congrats. These are the top 3 players in every skill level group within your division. So all of those players earn a spot at the session-ending MVP. And I strongly encourage you to come to that. I'm going to kind of bounce around here and make you dizzy for just a second. So why should they come to it, Tim? Look at what they got going on.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's literally, I think, the best bang for the buck, to say the least.
100%.
Without a doubt, to be able to go after the ability to get some money into it. Yes, you pay your $20 entry fee, but I love that because I got a little skin in the game, and that meant a lot to me. Plus, I'm somebody that always looks at the pot size. I'm like, did I just 10x what I put in and stuff like that? We talked about it before, but Las Vegas, I mean, that's the big deal, getting to go to regionals and your chance to go and move on to Las Vegas, which we have seen before and hope to continue to see again. I love how Jacksonville shows up. 2
players from every skill level group get to go to regionals.
That's huge.
So,
that's huge.
I mean, that's like most of the time with each skill level group, that's at least maybe 1 in 15 odds, if not 1 in 12 odds, depending on the skill level group.
Yeah,
it could be
massive.
Even better. So
if
you're qualified, come.
Yeah, and again, guys, it's so hard for me whenever I'm on the live stream at these regional events to try not to be biased, because I'm sitting there seeing our guys versus other APA leagues. And I'm like, go so. I mean, hey, great shot, by the way, by the other teammate. And so it's awesome to get to see. And then last but certainly most not least at all here is, of course, with Q-Tech here, talking about going to the Jacksonville Invitational, which this year is the first year with the Jacksonville Invitational. I'm so stoked that I can't wait. That is going to be one of the biggest events I think this year is going to potentially hold for you, not to overshadow anything else, but it's going to be massive.
I'm not going to say anything other than Jacksonville Invitational is one that routinely comes up in the conversations you were describing earlier of how can we one-up it? How can we make it better? What can we do? And so it's got some big ideas attached.
Yes, it does.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
Okay, so I want to go back. I'm surprised it actually didn't come up in the chat here. Oh, no, that's why I pulled this up. I was going to show you how to check your MVP. So if you open up I'm going to go to a big division. If you open up a division, and when you're on your player screen, so none of it is going to show right now because you have to have at least 6 matches to be listed here in your standings. If we were to go to a different division, you can see, or a different session, we can see the fall. That's what I'm pulling up. Yep. And there we go. So you can see
Soraya in there. Let's go.
Skill levels 1 to 3 are grouped together. 4 to 5.
What? You mean just like it is in regionals?
And holy cow, this was a huge division. And then 6 to 9.
Goodness gracious.
So we take the top 3. If there's a tie for 3rd place, everybody tied for 3rd place gets to come. So if you're tied for 3rd, you will also get an invitation. Those invitations are with the printer right now.
Yes.
Location for this tournament has now been confirmed. Beaches Cue Ball.
Let's go. Come on.
So that was final piece, all done. So now we're just waiting on the invites to get back from the printer, and you guys will get them probably next week.
Yeah.
So,
as soon as we get those.
If you are on the list, though, you do not have to wait to register. The registration link is live. You can do that right here, and that'll be in the announcement this afternoon, too. So Doug says, congrats to all MVPs. Agreed.
Yes.
It is hard to get there. New players, if you got new players on your team that are killing it, don't do them a disservice. Please make sure they get 10 lifetime matches in.
Oh, yeah.
There's always
Yeah,
a new
great.
player
Yep.
that kills it, and he only gets 9 lifetime matches in the session, and you
It
have
hurts my
to
soul.
have 10 lifetime to be
Yeah.
eligible for MVP. So help them get that. All right. Back to the question that I was surprised didn't come up. So
Which one
the
was it?
final thing that I'm going to talk about, going back to the calendar, is how to register.
Oh,
So
yeah.
here on our website, which actually, if you're wondering the easiest way to get to our website, you can't see it. There you go. Easiest way to get to our website is when you're in your app, click on the Jacksonville APA tab, and then just click website right here, and it'll open it up for you. So when you're in that website, tournament registration here on the left-hand side, and go to doubles. And from there, you'll be able to click on a purple register button. You can do that right now for the Valentine's Jack and Jill. You can even see who is registered to play against you. So that's kind of fun. You will notice that the Vegas qualifiers say registration closed.
But I want to sign up right now.
Registration closed.
Why is it closed?
It is closed because, again, in a process of trying to just make things better, we realized that things were filling before we ever even put an announcement out about them.
They definitely were. There were some people that knew to look and
which is fabulous. That's
it's a good thing. Yes.
Wonderful that those players want to compete, that they want to get registered. That's exciting. Where it becomes problematic is in 2 areas. We had players registering with a TBD partner.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, your entry will be deleted off the registration list.
Outta here.
So no more TBDs
Yep.
holding spots. But you shouldn't need it because also along the lines of it was full before we advertised, is it didn't give anybody fairly new to the league a chance to learn about opportunities to compete. It didn't give them a chance to learn about who's eligible, to find a partner, it didn't give them a chance to participate.
Yeah.
And so what we're going to do instead is advertise registration windows for events. And so for these 2, since they're on the same weekend, they're going to have the same registration window. That is actually going to open on January 27th at noon. And you're going to see some info come out about that, about getting registered.
Siri set a reminder January 27th at noon to sign up for doubles. Say it, Siri.
Okay, I added sign up for doubles.
There we go.
January
That's how you do it right there, guys. Boom. Easy peasy.
It is, because there's still going to be a limited number of slots.
Yes.
And for the tournament. So if you want to play in the tournament, then you need to be ready January 27th at noon to get on there and get registered to get your slot.
There you go.
And so what we're hoping that does is gives us some time to talk about it, to allow new players to learn about it.
Yes.
To allow people who don't have their guaranteed partner in the wings to find one.
Yep.
And get registered.
Yeah.
Level the playing field of registration is kind of the goal here.
Yeah, I love that. Absolutely love it. It puts the control back in every player's hands now to really take advantage, and I definitely cannot wait to see what sort of combinations we're going to get, especially in these doubles events. It's going to be good.
Yes. So if you're texting us, we've had a lot of people coming in to sign up for the Valentine's Day one, texting us saying, oh, no, is it full? It is not full. You can see here that there are 0 registered. It is not full. But the registration will open January 27th at noon, and it is going to close. So there's another disclaimer caveat here. So the tournament is on the 22nd. It is going to close on February 17th at noon.
Okay.
That's the Monday ahead of time. That's pretty much going to be our pattern. Registration for events is going to open about 30 days prior, and it'll close about 5 days ahead.
Perfect.
And what that gives us an opportunity to do is go through that list 5 days ahead and verify participation.
Yeah.
Make sure nobody's backing out at the last minute.
Lifetime matches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is everybody eligible? Yep. And we will inevitably have a wait list that we can then notify with a few days of advance notice to get those slots filled.
The beautiful thing in this, guys, is going to keep from happening. The major issue. Just imagine that you're like, man, I'm super excited. I want to sign up. There's no slots, and then we find out the day of, like, somebody isn't eligible, so we have a team that's not even going to be there, and and you and your partner could have been there, could have been taking advantage of it. Instead of us having 32 people, now we have 29 people instead, and there's 3 other team spots that could have been filled and taken advantage of, and possibly have won to go to Vegas and stuff. So we just don't want you missing out anymore.
Yes. So hopefully you're excited about that change in process. We think it'll be good and allow more people to get signed up.
Yes.
Tasha's asking about table assignments. Absolutely, Tasha, and that's coming super, super soon. Right now what we're doing is we're using the website we talked about previously about that is automatically assigning tables now. We've been using it. We're just verifying that it's working properly every day and posting them. And as soon as we're certain that it's working properly every day and all those kinks are out, there is no more in between. You can go in there and look at your table assignments a week ahead. You're going to have access to that link. So that moment is coming very soon. Cade McAlpin, if you don't know him, yes, give him a hug. Hug him. He got the Tech Superhero Award.
Yes, well-deserved award.
Which all those awards are coming out as well. We've been working on a lot.
Yeah, no, I texted the last 2 that I'm aware of that needed it yesterday. So
no, I mean online. We never announced who it was.
That's right. We didn't.
They're going to get their moment to shine.
Oh, that's going to be good. I love that.
Yep. So they're going to get their moment. So we will have those available for you. That link will be directly to you in the future.
100%.
So, well, we appreciate you checking in. We've got more coming on the calendar. I pulled up the end of it because these are big ones. If you haven't blocked them off,
World qualifiers.
Block them off.
Yeah.
And do note on the World qualifiers that those are 3-day events. So there's Saturday, Sunday. There's 3 rounds Saturday, 2 rounds Sunday, and the finals on Monday.
Oh, I love that too. It gave us such a good chance to get rested up. It was awesome.
So, yep. Note those and keep checking back on the calendar because more is coming.
Yeah, 100%.
And if you're eligible for any of these events, we hope to see you there soon.
Well, we definitely appreciate you tuning in here. Tim Jones here on behalf of Jacksonville APA. Thank you guys for tuning in. Kelly, appreciate you. Y'all take care. Be blessed, guys.
We're going to go back to the back alley now.
Yeah. Jump